Looking back at the products that you've made so far, whether you edited them or whether you're the primary author, what one would you say you're most proud of having had a hand in?
Being one of the major editors on the Dungeon Master's Guide probably is the one that I would say had the most impact on people that have come to thank me over the years and things like that. Ghost Tower of Inverness, I've probably gotten more individual thanks about how much fun they had and how much enjoyment they've had with that. As the developer and editor of Top Secret, really both iterations of it, and Top Secret New World Order, that was a lot of fun. But being the editor of the first World of Greyhawk with Gary, that was really the only project that I worked with him, and we were the primary back and forth, and there weren't other people involved in that for a great deal of it. That probably gave more enjoyment to a lot of people than any of the other products that I worked on. So, I mean, if we're talking about bringing happiness to players is probably the most worthwhile legacy that anyone could ask for. And whether that's something that I wrote or something that I had a hand in editing or developing or something about the final look of it, that's a great thing to be remembered by. So I do appreciate that.
To add fuel to your pride, I just recently attended virtual Greyhawk Con, and the Greyhawk fans that are out there, they are diehard. They're still passionate. They are keeping this thing alive. And like, I wasn't real familiar with Greyhawk because when I was coming up, TSR was basically trying to drown it. But the more I learn about it, the more I really dig what y'all did. So thank you, sir. Thank you.
Well, the funny thing is, even though I was given the assignment, and that was one of the few things that I thought they're making a big mistake here. Why would anybody want to buy a campaign setting? You're supposed to write your own. Yeah, I mean, that was the whole object of when we did OD&D, everybody wanted to create their own campaign worlds. And I'm thinking, nobody's going to buy a separate setting. Why would they do that? And boy, I was wrong.
To
So.
teach them how to do it themselves and to
But
give to
but
inspire them.
you were right about the passion of these people. There are a few people that will ask me questions about Greyhawk on Facebook or some forum that I'm in, and it's like, oh, the level of detail that they've gone into and the histories that they're trying to cross check. And it is like the people that get into Star Trek fandom about the original series versus Next Generation. And what about this carryover character that was mentioned once by a first name, and there's a lot of that for Greyhawk as well, to the point where occasionally I have to say, firstly, I'll politely say, I'm not sure. What do you think? I'll say this. And then they'll go, but what was Gary thinking? I said, I'm pretty sure he wasn't thinking about this either. I mean, I sure wasn't. You've gone into way more thought about this than we put into it. So,
Yeah, y'all were busy building the house. You weren't worried about what color the toilet paper roll was going to be.
right,
You,
right.
you were too busy building all the important stuff. Yeah.
But yes, there are people who are very passionate about those details and want to keep hammering at it. So I try my best to answer honestly on those. So
And bless them.